amazing, really, haven't you?
Oh, getting there, slowly.
I mean, it ain't that long since I was down here and it was derelict.
It must have been a couple of years now.
Yes. I mean, even so.
Oh, mind your rods. He does have a taste for rods, as I discovered to my cost.
Yeah. Sir, very good of you.
See, Poppy?
No.
It's not that bad.
I view the drinking of tea as a destroyer of health.
And an engenderer of effeminacy.
Nice tar. Sorry, you were saying?
Oh, William Cobbett.
Oh?
Oh, are you sure you won't come in?
It's all right, Rafe. You haven't come down all this way just to sit indoors, have you?
I'd like to get on the river, you know.
Of course. And you'll know in future, anything you catch, you can eat.
Well, I know they tried perch in the war, but I don't know that I could fancy it.
Well, he obviously hasn't tried Isaac Walton's recipes, has he?
Isaac Walton?
Isaac Walton, the complete angler.
Yes, he tries recipes for eels.
Oh, no, Rave. If he really wants something to convince him, he should try the pike recipe. Oh, it's beautiful.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well. It's a beautiful spot here, isn't it? I tell you what, it must be really great starting from nothing and getting it together. All this like, knowing it's all your own work.
Hard work.
Yeah, but who'd mind that here? I wouldn't. Yeah, terrific.
At least we can breathe the air without fear. Lisa, do it.
And for the kids.
From Lionel Blair.
Trudy, for Christ's sake.
Jane Asher.
Will you get your jammers on?
And also John Perch. That's followed at 8 o'clock by Des O'Connor tonight. With guests Matt Monroe and
So are you serious, Dad?
Ah, be all right, wouldn't he?
A caravan life?
No, I'm talking about permanent, like a farm.
Farm?
Well, small holding. We all work it as a family.
No school, you mean?
Well, I don't know about that, but it'd be all right, wouldn't it? You and me, we could look after the animals, do the fishing and brew the beer. And your mum and Trude could do the cooking and the digging. Oh, Christ, she's here. Trudy! Hello.
Hello. What are you doing up, young lady?
Daddy's only just come in.
What?
All right. Cup of tea.
Where have you been?
Well, I got caught up like.
Fishing.
I popped out, Milk?
What?
Do you want milk?
Of course I want milk. What are you talking about? What have you had for your teas?
Beans?
Oh, Brian.
They like beans.
Bed, young man. Go on. Come on, Trudy, upstairs. Quickly. Come on. Brian, they have beans every night.
It's all there was in the cupboard.
Yes, and why? Because you've been out gallivanting.
I haven't been out gallivanting.
Look at this place. Did you ever come home to such a mess, did you, when you were working? It's not very pleasant.
Listen, I'll tell you where I've been. It's very interesting.
I don't care. I can see quite clearly, Brian. I'm not standing for it.
Standing for what?
I'm not having you out enjoying yourself while the children are left to fend for themselves while the children aren't fed properly.
Well, I got held up today.
I don't care. It's not just today. This place is like a bomb site every day.
You really begrudge me half a day on the river.
I begrudge having to come home to this. But worse than that, I begrudge having to come home to arguments every day. I'm sick of arguing with you.
Then don't you start it.
I need to try and get you to pull your finger out. If you worked really hard round here, I'd be delighted if you had a day out.
I don't like working hard round here. I hate this place.
Then get out and find yourself a bloody job. You do nothing to deserve a day out.
Drives me mad. I've got all your crap now and all.
All our market stuff, Brian, is kept neatly in boxes. And if you're so bored, you could easily get out in the day and find us more. I've said it before and I'll say it again. This could be your interest as well. If I were in your shoes, I'd jump at it.
You don't understand at all, do you?
No, I don't.
Of course you jump at it. I might even jump at it if I was working. I could work all week and do the market of a weekend. Of course I could if I was working. I mean, your body's going at a rate of knots. Look at you now. You're still speeding along.
Oh, I'd like a bloody sit down if I could find a sodding chair.
Not even ticking over me. I'm not even on idling. It's about on one cylinder, me. I can't get going if I want to. Shall I tell you what I did yesterday?
You don't need to. You did sod all.
I went back to bed. Out of sheer bloody boredom, I went back to bed. No, I know what's got to be done. I list every morning the hundreds of things that have got to be done. Washing, sweeping, decorating.
Oh, my God, and how many years have I been waiting for?
I know. I don't give a toss. If the wallpaper was coming off, I still couldn't do it. Don't realise, but I don't have no will to do nothing no more. I'm sorry. I can't help it, but it's a fact. I'm a bloody useless vegetable. And the one thing I can do without is barracking from you on the one day I try to cheer myself up. Christ, I don't know. I had a good day today. I thought, great. I see a bit of light. I get a few ideas. I feel a bit up and what happens. You get in and we're back to square one.
All I know is what I see.
Well, you try being out of work sometime.
Oh, Brian, if you're trying to make me feel sorry for you, you are wasting your time. There's millions like you, and it's about time you got used to it. And if you think you're suffering, just come with me any day and I'll show you people who are really going through it. Spend a bit of time on the ward rather than on the riverbank. You'll soon realise just how lucky you are.
Oh, put a sock in it, woman. I don't know. Christ. I had a good day today.
At the expense of your children, your wife. I've had a bloody long day. I'm tired and I don't need this now.
You're tired because you spend your days off working in them markets selling your bloody antiques.
Making an extra bob or two.
Peanuts. If I'd practiced, if I'd fished matches, if I'd taken it seriously, spent money, if I'd have invested, I could be worth thousands now. There's big money in fishing and I was good enough to get a cut of it. But I gave it up.
You what? When?
I gave up. I never took it serious for you lot, for them kids. I tell you, I begin to think it was a big mistake.
Oh, do you really?
Aye, I do. I had it in me. Ask any bloke. You're only given so many cracks of the nut, I'd never let one go again. And don't go accusing me of neglecting them kids. They've had a good deal off me, a bloody good deal.
Oh, and you've had a bad one, I know. With your own house, your overcar that does 2 miles to the gallon, 2 healthy children, a wife that keeps you in your big cigars.
Ta-ra. I don't want a wife that keeps me in nothing, right?
Right. Right, you run off to the lads, they'll sympathise. I'm sorry, Brian, but I'm too tired, just too tired. And sympathy is a luxury I can't afford.
I'm surprised you can even say the word. I nearly made a big mistake today, I did. About our future. God, I could have really lumbered myself. You have to spoil everything, don't you? You're teasing me off.
Oh, soddy hell.
Oh, Christ.
God.
Bloody hell.
Oh, come on. Somebody must have a good hand.
She was a cracker.
Yeah?
Really beautiful, you know. No makeup, nothing. Reminded me of one of these foreign films on the box. Really beautiful. Hey, you must come with us next time.
Oh. Who's down then? Come on.
Hey, Bri, you ever done any plasterboarding? That's bloody good poppy, mate. 50 pence a board, 60 boards to house. I tell you, you're clearing a few hundred a week, and who's to know, eh? Not the bloody tax man, for starters.
What are you on about?
Well, look, if you're interested, there's a job going.
What's the catch?
Nothing. No, I said, mate of mine wants somebody reliable, and, well, thought it might just do you. Bloody hell.
Hey, what's happening, Stockers?
Well, I offer him the job of the year, and...
Right.
I'm trying to play dominoes.
Well, they must do bloody well on the dole, that's all I can say.
Yeah, I should scrap the doll.
Too right.
Oh, eh? I didn't mean your doll, Brian. Well, you need it, I know. Some do, I know. Well, I mean, generally, like, scrap the doll. You know, to those who,
Brian, come on. Yeah. Can't do. Oh. I could have had 8 holes.
I knocked him off, sorry.
I know you did.
Look, I didn't mean your doll, Brian.
Partners.
So I'll tell him you're not interested, like.
I'm a computer miller.
Who are you? Well, you're nothing, mate. If you're not doing it, you're nothing.
Don't blame you, Lockie. Couldn't catch me doing anything just for the sake of it.
I spent 18 months learning, like, on a 25 grand machine. 10 grand worth of tooling. I'm a computer miller. I thought I've cracked it here. We sent out stuff all over the world. I gave up a good job to learn it. And I lost a load of redundancy I would have got if I'd have stayed.
I know you did.
I've done my retraining, mate. And where did it get me?
All right, but don't say I don't offer.
Thank you. But I ain't into doing bent jobs for your mates.
Who said it's bent?
It's straight.
Well, cash in hand, like.
The last thing I want is the bleeding law on my back, thank you very much. I don't need it. I ain't that desperate.
You will be. Hey, Biddy, you know these renovations?
Smarten the place up a bit.
Oh, fair enough, but how long are we going to be without the dartboard?
Oh, no time at all.
Well, come up, Roy. I ain't playing with him.
Are you bitter, Brian?
Me? No. I ain't bitter. I voted for this mob. I thought I'd be all right.
You are bitter. Me and all. Why do they have to change everything, eh? You know they've been and lost my tankard. Bloody renovations.
George, when we went bust, someone bought that machine I worked. Well, not to use, but as an investment, like, for 20 grand. Which someone had bought me for 20 grand.
That's right. Come on, I'll buy you a drink.
No, I'm going home.
Hey?
Pat! Here, Pat. Listen, they're still complaining about the dartboard.
And I've been complaining for some time yet.
Well, listen, when you go through these things, then for God's sake, look.
Good woman, what's this now? Dressmaking?
This is the fabric for the seats.
It's got nothing to do with me.
You're paying.
Let me have a look. What's all this? Silk? Velvet?
It's Draylon. I thought we'd go up market a bit, you know.
Well, this crowd of peasants. Is there nothing else? More hard wearing, like
Like what?
wood?
Come on.
Oh, my God, I give up.
Is that you, Brian?
Is it Brian?
What do you think? Now, wasn't that perfect? This is my bargain of the week. Bargain of the month, I should say.
Loud, ain't he?
I got maintenance to solder this here, and that's all that was wrong with it. £2. I think we can sell it for 30 easy. It's boozy and hawks. Look at him. He's not impressed. You're home early.
10 o'clock.
Is it really? Perhaps I'd better be off.
Well, would you like a coffee?
Oh, well, only if you're making one. Do you want one?
No, I'm going to bed.
Oh. Oh, well, I won't keep you up.
Right then.
Right. I'll have to be off.
Right.
I'll leave it here and I'll see you in the morning.
Are you 12 till 7?
Yeah.
I'll see you tomorrow then, Gabby.
Night then, Brian. Night then, Gabby.
That was nice. Have you ever known anyone so amazing? Talk about a nose for a bargain.
Listen, it's no good you going on every night when you come home from work.
Pardon?
I'm sorry about the shit heap, but it's not in me. I don't want to learn about what number hand washes on the washing machine. I've tried. It's a waste of time.
I've heard it all before, Brian.
It's the truth.
It's not good enough.
Well, I was thinking the only solution
It's for
left
you to pull your socks up. And running off to the country is no solution. I'd rather you didn't fill the children's heads with stupid ideas.
A rural community of 450 people, whose quiet everyday life seems unaffected by the knowledge that their tiny village is...
I came home early, especially to talk to you.
Behind the
Can't even have a bloody conversation.
part of the defense system of West
You just want to drag me down to your boring pin-brain bloody level, don't you?
for the 70th
Bloody housework, kids and old junk, that's all you can think about.
they fly 2.5
And you can stuff it.
speed of sound,
It's at times like this when you need a bit of imagination.
the nuclear bomb.
New ideas. And a bit of bloody support.
The wartime RAF base has been changed out of all recognition by the...
Sir, if you could just get a couple of days a week. No. Oh, it's great in the season, bro. Take it from me. Perfect for the fishing. Days like today, cool. It's a joy. And it gets you out of the house, eh?
It solves nothing. I'm done with prattling about. I've got 20 years' work in me. I'm bloody not running away doing shite. Nice, ain't it, round here?
That's all right.
Very nice. I wouldn't even mind a place round here, would you?
Round here? What's the ale round here?
Some local brew, I think.
Well, I like our ale, you know.
Nice, there is.
Oh, well, it's just what you're used to, I suppose.
I reckon I could get on a treat round here.
Where's the best pitches, then?
He travels.
Does he?
He loves it. I feel awful about it.
Oh, don't be silly.
I do. I can tell his thoughts at visiting. Will I have to cancel next week's trip? He'd do it for me. Makes you feel so guilty.
Rubbish.
What does your husband do?
My husband?
Oh, sorry. Haven't you?
Oh,
any?
don't worry, I've got one.
Oh, I thought... What does he do?
Do? What does he do?
How you doing, Bry? Right?
Oh, hi. I do. Nice hens.
Huh? Oh, yeah.
And good layers.
Sorry?
Do they lay a lot of eggs?
Oh, don't. The place is crawling with mink, unfortunately.
Mink?
Yeah, afraid so. Oh, how are you then?
Oh. All right, Tar. I, got a couple of little ones, like, you know. I don't know whether they'd be any use to you.
For us?
Well, I could take them home. I don't think the missus would touch them.
I cook them myself.
Oh, no.
Well, are you sure?
Oh, wow. Here.
That's really, you know, thanks. Oh, well, look, come in.
Well...
Oh, your gear will be all right there. Look, let me find Poppy. Poppy!
Beautiful, isn't it, today?
Marvellous.
Is much property going round here?
Not anymore, not cheap.
Nice, though, isn't it?
Yeah. We were very lucky with this, actually. We got in with it before it went on the market. Oh, Poppy! Poppy, someone to see us. Here, look at that.
Oh.
Oh, it'll clear, but not for a week or so. Well, it's perfectly harmless, contrary to what you may have heard about Cloudy Bear.
Well, this is the likely.
Yeah, that's what they all say.
Will be, Rafe. Will be. Have you ever read Resources and Man, Brian? The National Academy of Sciences report.
Spicy, isn't it?
Have you?
Yes. Which report?
The National Academy of Sciences, Resources and Man. Oh, you should. It's really exciting reading. Especially if you're thinking of, you know, there is, you see, no way we can develop enough solar or atomic power to replace fossil fuels. Not in time, before they run out, you know?
Yeah, and that makes us really hopeful.
Well, of course it does. There is no way our cities can survive, not as they are now.
We're very optimistic.
Once the oil runs out, after the vile age of the car, people will be forced to think again.
There'll always be the car.
You think so?
I don't think, I know so. There's got to be the car.
Why? Who says what divine law?
Well, there's no one thing that blokes want so much. Or what he'd give up everything for to keep running. Honest, I know. I'm a car nut, I know. I mean, if they have to run them on sugarcane, wood, alcohol, hydrogen, then they'll do it. They'll run them.
Oh, but suppose, Brian, there aren't enough of any of these things.
There's got to be. Because the whole of the world's, well, the civilised world's economy is based on cars. Anything. Oh, it is. It's based on blokes wanting to buy, above everything else, cars. They've got to keep making them, or what are blokes going to do?
Exactly.
What are they going to do?
What are you going to do, love?
It's all right, isn't it?
I suppose, if you drink it regular.
Oh, it's an acquired taste.
Well, it's what you get used to. It's all right. Cheers to never working again, eh?
Now, need this be a bad thing?
Well, it ain't, I ain't delirious about the idea, like. Well, I got kids, you know.
Well, of course. What we're saying, Brian, is that there are alternatives, right? Our kids don't starve.
Now, this is what interests me.
It is perfectly possible to live a healthy life outside of... Well, in fact, one couldn't fail to live a healthier life here than in the city. I mean, how much lead have you breathed in this year, Brian?
No, you know... Well, do you get by?
In what way, love?
Well, are you,
Self-sufficient.
Aye.
Everyone makes this mistake.
I know what he means.
Oh, so do I. But it's wrong.
It's perfectly valid. You see, self-sufficient...
No, you shouldn't use that word.
Perfectly valid as a reference.
It's a complete misnomer.
It's not.
Self-sufficiency must imply that you isolate yourself or cut yourself off from the rest of the world.
No.
Well, what else can it mean, Ray?
Well, so...
The only reason we're not self-sufficient, Brian, is because there aren't enough of us.
I see.
My point, exactly. It has nothing to do with self at all.
Do you understand? I mean, if there were more of us, then we'd be self-sufficient.
So, do you get by? Oh, well, what do you live on? What does it pay like?
What do you mean by pay, Brian?
Well, you know,
No. You see, I'm sure in your terms it doesn't pay to make our own goat's cheese. But what if we enjoy making our own goat's cheese? That's the point. I mean, our hourly rate must be abysmal, but, you know, so what?
But do you break even overall?
In what way?
I don't know, I mean... Can you grow enough food to live on?
Oh, yes.
No.
We could.
Yeah, we don't, though.
We don't, but...
So, what do you get by on? I mean, clothing for kids, like?
Well...
You have surplus in apples, goat's milk.
What, and they pay for everything?
Not really, no. No, the courses are our main source of income.
Oh, no, Rave, they're not our main source.
Yes, they are.
Not cash.
Absolutely.
Well, you're talking in economic terms.
What courses?
Oh, people come from all over, you wouldn't believe it, to learn, to study, to observe the way of life.
You run courses. Well, help yourself, by the way, if you're hungry. Very good for you.
I'm sure.
What is happening here is very significant, we believe. We believe this is the shape of things to come.
It has to be.
As the first industrialized nation, we should logically be the first to de-industrialize.
Sure enough, what is happening?
Whole industries are closing.
You put people up, like?
We run residential courses, yes. For all sorts. Single families, individuals, whole groups. There's tremendous interest.
And that keeps you going?
Oh, it's vital.
Within the present system.
So, you could say... Well, excuse me, French. But there's a bit of a wank going on, eh?
A bit of a what?
How can it be the shape of anything? You make your bread like anyone else. And pretending you're different is wanking.
Well,
What's wrong with a bit of self-abuse? At least it harms no one else.
Poisons nobody else's land, blows nobody up, leaves us refreshingly unneurotic.
Contented with our lot?
I mean, at least we aren't screwed up. I mean, have you looked at yourself recently, Brian, love?
Eh?
The
tension in that brow. I can see your shoulders from here.
I'm all right.
Are you? Really?
Of course I bloody am.
You say all the things that you don't really mean. Well, I've tried the oh dear, dear bit. That was useless. I've tried that I'll do anything for you, give up work, move if you want bit. That was useless. I've done it all. Now I'm trying the hard line. And oh, it tears you apart. It's tearing me apart. Tearing us apart. I mean, how long can it go on?
Now, without a shadow of a doubt, you're talking out of your little arses. You've got to be realistic. Have you got a TV?
No fair.
Well, you should get a TV, see what's going on in the real world.
The camera lies, Brian.
I'm not talking about cameras. I'm talking about people. You happen to have dropped lucky here. You must realise that. You're privileged.
In what context do you...
All this land.
There's still land available.
Sorry, there's still land available. No, good, that's good. Because there's 300 at our foundry, there's 1,500 at BSR, and another 1,200 going at Rover. I'll tell them. You get your shovels, lads.
All right, do. If every man, woman and child in the country took to the shovel, there would still be 2/3 of an acre each.
Terrific. And guess who'd cop for the slag heaps? No, you're... Good luck to you, but it's wanky doodle dandy, ain't it? Oh, I smoke pot, you know.
Have you?
Why do you think it died out?
Did it?
When did you last see any? I haven't seen any for years. All them trippings, flowers in your hair. It didn't last because it didn't solve one problem.
It harmed nobody.
Exactly. And you've got to harm people. I tell you, there's a few on my list. A few. It's getting longer by the hour. You've got to harm people because if you don't, they'll murder you.
Right.
Purse!
Right.
Oh, me mate, Purse!
Ryan?
Purse?
Ah, what's all this?
Oh, we're in here.
I thought you was in the river.
No.
Yeah.
This is Purse.
Oh, hi. Oh, come in.
No, we're going. I've got a wife and kids at home, you know. Dinner to cook and all that. You think you work hard? Something else here, isn't it? You don't know you're born here, mate.
Sorry?
You want to go on my wife's ward. She'll show you suffering. What would you do if your appendix bust with all this rabbit food that you eat? You call the hospital. Parasites. That's what you are. On us.
I thought he'd fallen in.
Not yet.
Never leaves his peg, this bloke. And I thought you'd fallen in. I've had a Boston bag of fish, you know. Makes you sick, doesn't it, eh? What can't I do it in a contest, eh? Oh, look, I want to show you these fish. You wouldn't believe it.
Come on. You don't mind me being honest, do you, eh?
No, it's been really stimulating.
You've got to be honest. Oh, good luck. And thanks for the drink. It's all right. It hasn't got the head, has it?
No, well, it's...
Our ale has got a good edge, you know. They make you sick. I can't stand people like that. Do you remember? It's like them bloody monks when we used to fish that abbey down the Wye, always smiling, laughing, joking. And what have they got to laugh about? Monks. No, they make you sick. I had to tell them. Cloud cuckoo land.
How long had you been in there?
Oh, you get sick of fishing, don't you?
Oh, that's a new one coming from you.
I mustn't be laid back first. Come on.
Bloody hell.
Do you want to drive?
Aye? What have you been up to in there? Right. Are you all right?
Start without me first. Go on, carry on. I've got to have a sit down. I'll be all right. I'll catch you up. I'll just... Oh.
murder him.
What do you want?
What?
Shock.
What if I'd gone shopping if I hadn't come straight home?
You always come straight home. This is the problem. It takes advantage.
What can I do?
Well, it's obvious, don't come home. I mean it. I'll tell you what to do. Just go off and leave him for a week or so. I'll soon pull his socks up.
Be serious.
Oh, I'm serious.
Where would I go?
Funnily enough, I've been thinking. What we should do, you and I, is do the markets up north. There's no money at all up there. I reckon we could really cop for a few bargains up there. A little spending spree, Evie. See what we can pick up. A couple of lorry drivers would be nice for a start off. That's what you need.
He doesn't like me doing the stalls on a Sunday after I suggested a week.
What would he do?
Can't imagine.
Nothing.
Look, I'll go in a minute, and when he comes in, he'll be in the house all day. He'll be in a good mood. Just tell him. Have you got a map? I'll work out an itinerary. Jason, the bowl, quick, the bowl. Get the bucket, Jason.
Oh, I'm not late, am I? I said to Purse, I'm not going to be late. Oh, I was awful. Why am I so awful to people? They're probably right and all. They've probably cracked it up, and I haven't been idle. I haven't been just fishing. You think I've just been fishing, don't you?
No.
I don't think I'm very well.
It's a break now and again. All right. So you be a good girl and go to bed when Rachel says. She's very nice, Rachel. She's a nurse, like me.
We won't be long. We're only going to the pub. We won't go far.
I ain't telling no fuzz. Tried them last time. I don't know where to look, I don't think.
Ruined it, didn't they?
Next time we'll put wires across, get them ourselves. In the cut with 'em, one-way ride. That's it.
Were you insured?
Bloody hell. Well, lads just put up their stride, like, you know. There's a bit of luck today. They have a pole, this one. So anyway, you've won, mate. Lucky how they have a pole.
We had bleeding house bricks chucked at us.
Told you to ignore them, did I?
Is no one going to catch those kids, Dad? Hey, I wonder how they've got on.
Yeah, you went bastard. What? Just straight up there. Well, we just come down, haven't we?
Ta. Not bad, eh, Jason?
You know, we've got another open coming up soon.
Oh, when?
Tonight.
Great.
You out car fishing?
Oh, thanks.
All the tickets are sold.
It's not so much what you says, it's the lovely way you says it.
There you go. Like to keep the money local, like, you understand, do you?
I understand. Hey, mate! How much did you pay them kids on the bricks?
How much did you pay them to smash my poles? Here, the pearl.
Ta.
See you then.
The best chance I've had of winning this season.
Oh, look at him, been off the fishing club there, you know.
Oh, the danced it. Oh, cry.
And how much did you win today?
A few nice brown uns.
Ah, well, why can't you be bleeding satisfied?
And don't fret yourself, Purse. At least you're working.
Well, what are we playing?
Oh, blimey, George, where you been? Look, I told you 9 cards. Come on, let's go. Good God.
Hello.
I wondered where you were.
We've been on a pub crawl. Did you drop Jason off?
I did, A strange young woman answered the door. And what you having?
I'll get him. What are you having?
Fair enough. Pint.
Yeah, Roy.
No, I won't, Potty.
Hey, you what?
I like to stop when I'm winning, Purse.
Oh, I don't know. He lets you down. He lets the whole bloody club down. Ruins the contest, ruins my day. Takes me money and calls it a day. Hey, you really know how to bugger people about, don't you?
Purse.
Hey, don't burst me. I despair sometimes, I really do.
Now, what about my tankard?
It's got to be an empty life, innit, eh?
Well, you've had it since before the war.
I mean, I was on top of the world this morning. That nice sunny day, a contest, I thought, great. Now, a few hours later, I feel sick, you know. What's it all about when you can be up 1 minute and then lose it just like that? It's got to be an empty life, innit, eh?
It's what you make it, Purse.
Gabby, don't mention anything about the week away. Eh? He wants to take me on this little trip down the Severn. Got this idyllic little place he knows. Oh, has he? So we won't spoil it. Okay. Do you mean it's off? I think so. Do you want a hand? Oh, I can manage. You don't understand some people, do you? On the brink of divorce they were this morning. 5 minutes later, and look at them. That's couples all over. Oh, I don't know. Suppose I'll just have to play gooseberry now. Terrific. Bloody wonderful.
Never trust couples, love. I never, ever get involved with couples.
I think you're wise.
You never know what they're up to.